In the sprawling, chaotic world of Euphoria, a series often defined by its unflinching portrayal of addiction, trauma, and explosive drama, there exists a small, quiet corner where something profoundly different is taking root. This is the space shared by Lexi Howard and Fezco, a connection that unfolds not with grand declarations or intense physicality but with a gentle, steady understanding that feels almost revolutionary in its setting. Their relationship, often overlooked amidst the show's louder plotlines, stands as arguably the healthiest bond Euphoria presents, precisely because it is built on a foundation of mutual respect, quiet empathy, and the simple, radical act of seeing someone for who they truly are. To understand why their connection is so special, one must first look at the individuals themselves, two characters who exist on the peripheries of the main social whirlwind, observers more than participants in the chaos that defines their peers' lives. Lexi Howard is the quiet best friend, the sister in the shadow of a storm like Cassie, the reliable one often relegated to the background. Her own life feels muted, her desires and anxieties simmering beneath a surface of careful observation. She is a storyteller, someone who processes the world by narrativizing it, but for much of the series, her own story feels untold. Fezco, on the other hand, is a drug dealer with a heart of profound, unexpected gentleness. Raised by his grandmother and forced into a role of caregiver and provider, Fez operates in a violent, high-stakes world, yet he maintains a code of ethics and a startling emotional openness that sets him apart. He is tough out of necessity, not nature. Both Lexi and Fez are, in their own ways, caregivers, Lexi to her fractured family and self-absorbed friends, Fez to his grandmother and to Rue in her addiction. They spend so much of their energy tending to others that their own emotional wells run dangerously dry. This shared reality of emotional labor and quiet loneliness is the first thread that binds them. Their initial interactions are famously awkward, filled with the kind of genuine, unpolished hesitation rarely shown on television. There is no slick pickup line, no performative flirting. Their first real conversation at the New Year's Eve party is a masterpiece of authentic human interaction. Lexi, intrigued and nervous, approaches Fez, the boy her friend Rue has spoken highly of. Fez, equally unsure but deeply polite, engages. He doesn't try to impress her with his status or bravado, instead, he asks earnest questions, listens intently, and admits his own nervousness. He calls her smart, a simple compliment that lands with immense weight because it acknowledges the very core of Lexi that everyone else seems to ignore. In a world where people are valued for their looks, their drama, or their social clout, Fez values Lexi for her mind. This sets the tone for everything that follows, a relationship built on recognition, not performance. As their connection deepens, its healthiness manifests in several key ways that starkly contrast with the other relationships on the show. First and foremost is the presence of boundaries and respect. Fez never pressures Lexi. When she shows up at his doorstep worried about Rue, he handles the situation with seriousness and care, but he also makes his professional boundaries clear, telling her it's not a good idea for her to be there. He protects her from his world. Later, when Lexi is crafting her play, a deeply personal and risky project, Fez is her unwavering supporter. He doesn't undermine her vision or make it about himself, he offers steady encouragement. Even when the play exposes their friends and causes an uproar, Fez's primary concern is for Lexi's safety and emotional state. He checks on her, not to chastise her for the drama, but to ensure she is okay. This respect is reciprocal. Lexi never judges Fez for his profession or his lack of formal education. She sees the kindness, the loyalty, and the complexity beneath the surface. She accepts him without trying to change him, a gift he has likely rarely received. Secondly, their relationship is a safe space for vulnerability. In a show where vulnerability is often met with manipulation or betrayal, Lexi and Fez create a pocket of true safety. Lexi feels comfortable sharing her anxieties, her artistic ambitions, and her feelings of invisibility with Fez because he listens without judgment. He doesn't interrupt to talk about his own problems or dismiss her concerns as trivial. Similarly, Fez, a character who must project strength at all times, lets his guard down with Lexi. He shares stories about his childhood, his love for his grandmother, and his fears. The scene where he anxiously gets ready for their date, practicing his conversation in the mirror, is a beautiful display of male vulnerability that is neither mocked nor weaponized. It is treated with tenderness by both the character and the narrative. They are, for each other, a respite from the roles they are forced to play in the outside world. Furthermore, their connection is rooted in shared values and emotional support rather than intense passion or toxic dependency. They don't complete each other in a dramatic, codependent sense, instead, they offer each other complementary strengths. Lexi offers Fez a glimpse into a world of creativity, introspection, and gentle normalcy that is foreign to him. She appreciates his calm, steady presence. Fez offers Lexi validation, confidence, and a sense of being truly seen. He makes her feel brave. Their date at the diner is a perfect encapsulation of this, two people genuinely enjoying each other's company, talking about life, family, and aspirations. It is mundane and profound all at once. There is no game playing, no ulterior motive. They are simply two people connecting on a fundamental human level, offering each other the emotional support that is so desperately lacking in their other relationships. The tragic interruption of their first official date by violence is not a negation of their connection's health, but rather a testament to the harsh worlds they inhabit. It underscores that what they have is precious and fragile, a delicate green shoot trying to grow in cracked concrete. Even in the aftermath, with Fez facing dire consequences, the purity of their bond remains. Lexi's devastated reaction shows how deeply she cares, and Fez's likely motivation, protecting those he loves, which now includes Lexi, stems from the very integrity that drew her to him in the first place. In conclusion, the quiet connection between Lexi Howard and Fezco is the healthiest in Euphoria because it operates on a different frequency altogether. It bypasses the show's common currencies of obsession, manipulation, and trauma bonding. Instead, it is built patiently, with kindness, respect, and a mutual appreciation for the other's inner world. They are not using each other to escape their problems, to boost their social status, or to act out unresolved pain. They are, quite simply, two good people who found each other in a tumultuous landscape and offered a hand of quiet understanding. Their story argues that health in relationships isn't about grand gestures or constant intensity, but about showing up, listening, and offering a safe harbor. In the loud, neon-drenched tragedy of Euphoria, Lexi and Fez's story is a soft, human melody, a reminder that sometimes the quietest connections are the ones that resonate the most deeply, offering a blueprint for something real and sustainable amidst the chaos. They represent the hope that even in broken environments, people can still find each other and build something beautiful, kind, and strong, one awkward, honest conversation at a time.